What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Pancis. If it's your first time tuning in, please be sure to smash that subscribe button. If not, thanks for your continued support. I'm here with another Saab video and another Saab check engine light. So let's check this thing out. We drove this thing last week to a convertible fest and everything was running fine, and then we got to check engine light on the way home. So let's give it a scan. So two things I purchased over the week. I put a new bypass valve in for the turbo, and I also put in a new check valve because the check valve in there was no good, which I think was causing all of our oil leaks. So that was interesting. Good thing I caught that. It's the $10 part that can blow your engine. If you guys haven't seen that one, check it out. I'll link it above. But the turbo chirping is still happening on the decompressing of the turbo, right? So I don't know what the issue could be there. We're gonna check it out right now. But there's that check engine light. Let's see here. We're gonna hit read values. That's the values. We don't want to do that. Diagnose. Let's see what she says. Yeah. All right. So I've replaced the charge bypass valve. Hopefully it stays off. Let's see. Common issue to go bad, so let's see what happens. Give it a couple days. We'll drive it the weekend. But the last thing I wanted to do is I wanted to pull a little bit of transmission fluid out and put in a little bit of Lucas transmission in a bottle. Got a couple bottles of that. There's oil stabilizer. I think I have a bottle for the transmission right here, right there, the stop slip. So let's see what. So let me see how much of that goes in there, how much is left. And the other thing that's coming in today is we got rear brake pads coming in. I did the brakes on this last year, but one of the calipers seems to be sticky. One of the rear calipers seems to be sticky, and I just was lazy throughout the year, and of course it ate through one of the pad sets. So we're just going to replace everything again, and I bought new hardware, and then we'll go ahead and bleed the brakes, make sure that everything's situated there properly. And it's on a caliper that we've replaced, so I'm not too sure as to why that's happening, but everything's looking good under here. This is the charge bypass valve, and so let's pull the transmission dipstick here. Let's see. Looks like we got a little fluid in there, so I'm gonna pull some out. Let me just see how much is in the other container before we start pulling. About a quarter of that bottle taken. It's about here, the fluid. So I'm gonna pull a half a quart out of the trans, maybe a little bit more, and top it off with this. All right, so we took some out, maybe a quarter to a half of a quart through the dipstick tube. Thing's awesome to have, and I'm gonna go ahead and just put this right in here. Again, this is the transmission stop a slip. I'm not sure if this is going to do much because of the age and what the scenario is that we're dealing with, but we're going to put the rest of that bottle in there. I got really nothing to lose by doing this. Can't say it's going to harm the transmission because I know that it won't harm the transmission, and if it does harm the transmission, but the transmission's already kind of cooked, so see if it fixes some of the slipping issue in the reverse. Again, the reverse slipping is happening more when the engine is warm and the transmission is warm, which tells me that when it's cold and it works better, that this thicker oil should potentially help lower the chances of it slipping when it's warm. So let's see what happens. I'm letting all that kind of settle down to the bottom, and then I'm going to poke a hole here so it flows a little bit smoother into the trans, because that's a slow moving thick oil that comes out of there. So let's even see if it's coming out. It is at the bottom, so yeah, I'm gonna poke a hole right there and then let it go for the next whatever time it takes. If this transmission skips, yeah, it is a little bit, but it's skipping right there. Let's see though if it gets better once the fluid. Oh yeah, it's skipping. You guys can hear it. But let's see if it gets better as the fluid gets through the system. I don't know. We're kind of testing the waters together here. Let's go give it a drive for a few minutes. Alright. I don't think we fixed it, but ready? Reverse. So far it's holding. Oh. No. You guys can hear it slipping. You saw that? Oof. See that? That's the reverse gear. And I'm hearing the fluttering in the turbo, which was the bypass valve originally, which clearly the new one's not working properly. Here's my reverse gear, guys. No bueno. Very odd. Alright guys, next day here. I'm wondering if the reverse solenoid is bad on this car with the transmission. Because it works and then it doesn't work. I just wonder if it's a solenoid. Anyways, I wasn't getting full boost yesterday, so I just went ahead and did the boost, took apart the middle hose on the boost control valve to bypass that. Here we go, the reverse gear works and then it doesn't work, and then it works, and then it doesn't work. Anyways, so the boost control valve I just bypassed because I was just experiencing something else I haven't experienced. When I would be driving up the hill here and just slightly tap the gas, the car would go to stall, and then obviously it's not stalling. So I wonder what's going on there, if that's all contributing to the boost control valve. So let's see. See, it didn't do it now. Earlier it was doing it. The turbo is, oh, there it goes. The RPM just dropped. Ready? I'll show you again. Watch the RPM. Drop. Engine oil light comes on too. So I'm not sure what is going on there. It's kind of odd. Boom. RPM drop. Oil light comes on too. The whole thing's a mess here. So drop a comment down below what you guys think that could be. I personally have never experienced it. I just went ahead and checked all the vacuum lines. Everything is perfectly fine. I'm still getting that turbo chirp. I think the control boost valve is bad, so it might be a defective valve. We're gonna have to really look into that. So I'm waiting for the other 9.5 to get back. What up, buddy? So I'm gonna wait for the other 9.5 to get back and swap them just to confirm before I go ahead and try to swap out the parts. So let me say what's up to the dog. What up, doggy? What's up, buddy? Hi. That's it? That's all I get? Huh?
He wants us to take him for WLK.
Come here. Case, what's this? Come here. What's up, buddy? What's going on? Say hello to everybody.
Hello. He wants us
Case,
to take
you gonna go for a walk?
He wants
Huh?
He wants us to take him.
You're gonna take him.
No.
Alright guys, so I'm not filming this because it's really just an easy task, but I'm changing the rear brakes again. I did it like a year and a half ago, but this side didn't burn through the pads, but you guys can see that all the metal here that holds the pads in place, these things are all just kind of corroded and rotted out. Now this side's the trouble side, which is why I'm showing you before I change it. This side ate through pretty much all of the pad, and you can see that all of the pins that go through here are all just kind of rotted and rusted, which I think will prevent this from sliding freely on there. So we're gonna just go in there, change it, and hope for the best. A lot of little things on this car, so we just try to address one at a time. Let's see what we can do. You guys can see that the pads are pretty much shot. There's the old one here, and a new one. The other side did not look like this. So I feel like these things are partially to blame for this. I'm not 100% sure what's going on. So we got new ones. Hopefully that fixes the problem. It's interesting because this caliper here is the newer caliper that I replaced a couple years ago, about 3 years ago, compared to the other side, which is original. So it's fascinating to see that it's kind of sticky. So I'm gonna collapse it, and then I'll have Melanie help me bleed the brake here and see what happens. Alright guys, till next time on this Saab. We've got still some issues here. If you guys know if anybody has any suggestions of what's going on there with the low idle, off acceleration, what that could be. Obviously the boost control valve that I put in there, the Bosch one, is not working properly because I'm still getting a haptic feedback from the turbo on the unboosting side. We put new brakes on. Hopefully I'm going to monitor that, make sure this isn't sticking as it was previously and burning through brake pads, because that's not good. And that should be it. We got to still figure out the exhaust leak. It came back a little bit. I adjusted it again, so hopefully we can figure that out. And the only thing else is just that engine light that kept coming on, and the boost, and now the low idle, and the transmission. So drop some comments, guys. I'm a little bit at a loss with some of this stuff. I've never experienced some of it, so drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Reach out to me on Instagram at Pancis, and I'll see you guys next video. Thanks for watching.